Today, on Season of War, Ridge's flesh-eater courts march in a noble phalanx of disciplined ranks, while Jordan's Kharadron Overlords descend to bombard the abominations. Ushoran, Mortarch of Delusion, leads the royal hunt, whose serfs will be able to pile in and deal a few mortals at the end of each turn. 70 Crypt Guard march under the impassioned gaze of their leaders, which include the Grand Justice Gormain, and an abhorrent cardinal wearing the charnel vestments. A ghoul king on royal Terrorgeist, who is stronger in madness, rides atop a savage abomination, and a royal zombie dragon also accompanies the force. Across the battlefield, Brock Grungson leads a guild expeditionary force, allowing their heroes to carry an extra artifact. Making use of this benefit are an Arcanaut Admiral, who carries the Celestium Burst grenades and is bold as brass, while a Codewright bears Blazebeard's bamboozling flak gun. An Arcanaut Ironclad with Coalbeard's collapsible bombrak, and an Arcanaut frigate bearing Gruxon wide-bore cylinders lead a sky fleet that also includes 2 Grundstock gun haulers. Holding onto the sky vessels are 2 reinforced units of Skywardens, who hope to deliver a decisive blow. The 2 armies will compete upon the Roiling Roots battle plan, where 5 points are scored for holding 1 objective, 3 for controlling a colored pair, and 2 for holding more than your opponent. Each round, the underdog must also choose a pair of objectives, and units contesting them will strike last in combat. With both armies ready to clash, let's head to the battlefield, for this is the Season of War.
This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and our FLGS partners, Warpfire Minis and Boutique Bastion. If you're in the US, check out Warpfire Minis for the best stock, deals, and service. In Canada, head to Boutique Bastion to buy, sell, or trade new and secondhand models. Today's battle showcases beautiful thematic dice from Baron of Dice. Grab your own or get a custom set made at baronofdice.com.
All right, Ridge, we've got a game with nothing but the filth today. Both Flesh-Eater Courts and Kharadron Overlords have showed themselves to be a little too strong today, so rather than avoiding playing them, we thought we'd throw them up against each other.
Yes, definitely KO, but Feck you've seen on the channel, and we have both of a feeling that they're going to be a very strong book. So we thought we'd do a good old-fashioned competitive filth on filth action.
Yes, sir. And to go through battle tactics, I've chosen Master the Paths. So the first step is killing a hero. And then for my second one, I've chosen Intercept and Recover. So you'll have to choose 3 targets to be carrying treasure. Okay, so for my 3 targets, I'm going to choose the 10 Crypt Guard in the top right corner, the Gormain, and Big Daddy Oosh. All right, and then for my tactics, I have chose Scouting Force because I have a billion Crypt Guard. And for the first one of that, I need to have 3 scouting units wholly outside my territory. And then my second one, I chose Restless Energy, so I just need to take a point from you. All right, well, with that, we can get started, and I outdropped you here with just 2 regiments compared to your 4, so I will have choice of who goes first, and it's gonna be you.
Hey, I'm ready for it. Let's go into Feck turn 1. So for my delusion, I'm going to start by choosing the Accusations of Regicide from the Gormain, so that's going to make it so that if any of my heroes are wounded in that turn, it will give +1 damage to Serfs and Knight units, wholly 12 of that damaged hero. We are just going to put the Gormain up into the terrain piece, and then we are going to go for the Priesty Priest. Is going to just pray for the nothing, the Priest Prayer to get points. He is +2 because he has the Charnel, whatever it's called, so he will get 4 points. All right, so Ushoran is going to first go for the Cogs. We're going to get that on a 7. With the Cogs, I'm going to slow it down, so we're going to have -1 to hit to all my wizards. All right, and then Ushoran is going to go for the Pendulum, which he gets on an 8. And then lastly, the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist is going to go for the Swords, which he's going to get on a big 7. Alrighty then, that is going to be my hero phase. So I will then go into movement. And I'm going to spend the CP to give at the double to the Cardinal.
All right, I will spend a command point here to redeploy with my frigate for 5 inches.
Okay, so that is the turn. We are going to score more than you because you only have your home. And I am going to get the first level of scouting force because I have 3 units wholly outside my territory. So I am going to score a big... oh, I don't have a pair though. So I will score 7 for primary, having just 1 and more than you. And then my tactic for 5, so that will be 12 points for the turn. Got my cogs up, so -1 to hit, holy 12, which is nice. Got all my endless spells because KO doesn't have magic, thank God.
All right, well then we can just jump into KO turn 1. All right, well, I've got nothing to do in the hero phase.
I'm just going to try to keep the same delusion up, so Usharon can manipulate that by 1, but of course I rolled a 1, so I have to actually choose a new one now. So I guess I'll just go with Usharon's delusion, and I will get +1 to charge, and you will have -1 to run and charge.
All right, then into movement. And that'll be my movement.
Okay, I am going to move the pendulum. I will redeploy the 20 Crypt Guard by the zombie dragon for 2.
All right, into shooting. We'll start with the gun hauler on the left side, shooting into your 10 Crypt Guard.
Beginning the bombardment, the gun hauler brings down 3 Crypt Guard, and the frigate takes out 6 more, though the second gun hauler deals no damage when it targets the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist.
And then we'll shoot with the Ironclad. We will spend the command point for all-out attack, and the Admiral is going to give it an extra attack, and then let me re-roll one of the hit rolls. And I'll put the torpedoes into your unit of 10 Crypt Guard and the Great Sky Cannon into your Ghoul King on Terrorgeist.
All right, the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist will use all-out defense.
So the Crypt Guard first. That'll just be 2 damage.
Kill 2.
And then the Sky Cannon. That'll be 6 at Ren 2.
Yikes, that is going to be 5s. I'm going to only make 1.
So 15 damage.
Okay, we just have the 6 upward. I make 3 of those, so I will take 12. I negate the first one, so he'll take 11 damage. Ouch.
And that's going to wrap up KO turn 1. It was pretty uneventful, would have had fun doing some other things, but just decided to play a little cautious here and sit back and use our ranged firepower for once. Obviously KO is great in combat too, but here you're very defensive right now, so I figured I would try and wait it out.
Yeah, didn't think the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist was going to take 11 damage with the -1 to hit, but hey.
Yeah, so solid opening salvo, but looking at objectives and points, I will only store hold 1 here. Although I'm on 3 objectives, I don't have more, and I don't have a colored pair. But I do have a bit of a defensive wall up trying to get in your way. And then we'll be looking at priority for round 2.
Yep.
That's a 2, you did a 4, so it's your choice.
Okay, I am in a quite defensive position, so this was pretty hard. I think there's a case to give it away, but because you did so much to my Terrorgeist, I don't want him to die, so I'm going to take the turn. And we're going to go into fact turn 2.
All right, I'll be the underdog here, so I get to choose the pair of objectives, and we're going to go with the green objectives to give out strikes last.
Okay, so for my delusion, I am actually just going to keep the one that I have. So we're going to give, for Usharon's delusion, so on a 6, so I'll just choose the same one, which is Usharon's delusion of +1 to run and charge and -1 to run and charge for you. Okay, so for hero phase, we're going to start by rallying the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist and get back 3. Usharon will just go for a Miasma of Madness on the gun hauler in the center, which he'll get in 7. Hit rolls of 1 for it, to me, does a mortal back to you. And then for his second spell, I'm just going to go for the D3 mortal wounds and bring back Serfs, which I won't bring Serfs back, but could do D3 mortal wounds. And that's going to fail on a 5. Lastly, the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist is going to go for a Deranged Transformation on the 20 Crypt Guard near him. And we're going to get that on a 7. So they're going to be +2 move and +1 to wound. Okay, and then the Cardinal is just going to pray for the Priest Prayer just to bank more points. So he's going to get a 3 + 2 for 5 more, so he'll be at 9.
And then I am going to activate the Place of Power with Brock and try and dispel your cogs. I'll get +2 to that, so that's a 10.
Sounds good. And it will be all for my hero phase. So we will jump into movement. Two up D6 from the pendulum for 6 mortals.
You will blow up this auto engine.
And then after my teleport, the zombie dragon will do his D6 move for 5.
And I will spend a command point to redeploy with my little gun hauler for 2 inches.
Okay, so let's go for some shooting now. So we have the zombie dragon is going to shoot its D6 shots into the gun hauler for 3. It's going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 4s. That's going to be a big fat nothing. Okay, so let's go for some charges. Now we will try first with the zombie dragon. Oh, we roll a 7. I will get that because I'm +1 because I ended up keeping Usharon's delusion. So I'm +1 to charge. Heyo.
All right, I will spend 2 command points here to countercharge with my gun hauler that's not in combat. That's gonna be a 5, it's not gonna be enough.
So first we got some rampages. The zombie dragon is going to do his rampage on the gun hauler. He's gonna get it. He's gonna move 2d6 and he's gonna move a whole fat 0, but he is going to do D3 mortal wounds to you for 3 mortals.
And then the Grudge Blast auto engine is going to explode into your 2 units of Crypt Guard. So the single one is gonna take 2 mortals.
Yep, dead.
And the larger pack is gonna take nothing.
Okay, so first we're gonna go just with the big dragon and we're gonna try to kill the gun hauler. So it's going to be hitting on 4s. That's 4 damage. And then 4s on the claws and 2 damage.
All right, that leaves me at 9. I've just got 1 health left. Before it dies, it will fight into your smaller patch of Crypt Guard.
1 damage?
Yep.
6. No, kill 1. All right, I will go with the Crypt Guard now.
And you will finish it off.
So like I said, taking the turn here, I really wanted to keep my Ghoul King on Terrorgeist alive, so he was able to rally. Now I'm going to be able to use the Place of Power and rally again if needed. Figured too, the Crypt Guard are going to have enough firepower to take down the gun hauler and just kind of hold this side of the board. So yeah, all that happened. I was able to get lucky with the Usharon Delusion for the +1 to charge. That actually is pretty big, and the -1 as well. So yeah, all said and done, I am going to hold the pair. Now, I was very lucky that Jordan failed his counter charge.
Yes, you are.
My pendulum was a little close, and he would have been able to counter charge my pendulum and then pile onto the objective.
Would have denied you 5 points here.
Yes, so yeah, I got lucky there. So then I am going to now be able to hold the pair of the green objectives and hold more. So I'm going to score 10 on primary. I will get 5 because I took an objective from you for the first level of Restless. So that's going to be a big 15 points here.
And yeah, you did also take down a gun hauler, which is disappointing, but we're gonna have to leverage some of our firepower now and try and get back at you as we jump into KO turn 2. Starting off, I will have Brock use the Place of Power to dispel your swords. I'll get +1, so that'll be a 7.
Yep, you got it. I'm also going to use the Place of Power to try to heal. We do, so I will heal 2 to the Terrorgeist. I'm going to also keep my same delusion because it seems to be working out for me, so let's see if we can roll the 2 up. We roll the 1! Damn it. So I will just change to the Gourmain's delusion, which again gives me the +1 damage, holy 12 of a hurt hero.
And the only thing I have to do in the hero phase is try and bring back an auto engine, which I will.
I have a couple things, so I'm going to rally the Terrorgeist. He's going to heal back 2. He has now only 4 wounds taken.
All right, then into movement, and I am going to use Brock's once per game ability to give the gun hauler, Frigate, and my Ironclad all run, shoot, and charge, which is going to let it fly over your zombie dragon, and I'll get to do some mortal wounds on 3-ups for 6.
I'm going to make 3 of those because it's fine, and I'll take 3 damage. I will redeploy the zombie dragon for 4. Can you?
All right, then into shooting. You did redeploy out of range of me turning off your ward, which is annoying.
Meant to do that.
But we will start off shooting with the Ironclad here. I'm going to put all its attacks into your large unit of Crypt Guard, and I will spend a command point for all-out attack. So we'll start with the Great Sky Cannon. And that's to be 12 damage so far. And then the torpedoes, we'll add another 6. So 18 total.
Okay, I'll have 6 up ward. I do not make 1, so you will kill 18.
And then my gun hauler is going to shoot at Usharan.
Yeah, you do 9 damage. I don't think that was gonna happen, okay. So 5 up board. We take 3.
And then just for fun, the frigate is going to shoot at your dual cane on Terrorgeist.
I will just spend my last CP and all of defense here.
So that'll be 9 damage.
Yikes. 6 up board. I only make 1. I take 8, negate the first, so I'll take 7. So I have 11 on me.
And then Brock will have 1 shot into your zombie dragon, which will hit and wound at Ren 2 for 6 damage.
Oh my god. I make 1, take 5. He's up to 10.
And then we'll just have the little code right here, putting his 2 shots into your zombie dragon as well, and both miss. And then it's just charges for me, and we'll start off with the frigate. That's to be a 7, not enough to get in, and I will end my turn there. So it's not to be the most productive. We killed or did a bunch of damage across the board, but it was spread over 3 or 4 units. The only one that notably looks on the table like big casualties is obviously the 18 Crypt Guard. The zombie dragon though has taken 10 now. Would have liked to get in and finish it off, take the objective. Would notably store me 5 more points here, so that's a big loss. But I'm trying to play the longer game where it's more important for me to, like, stay safe, kill your stuff reliably. I could have also put my Sky Wardens out front, but again, I'd rather you hit my boats in the case I didn't, make a charge. So I gave up their shooting, but it again keeps them safer. So it is just to be another 5 points for me this round, and we can go into priority for round 3.
Yep.
That's a 5. Ridge, you have a reroll.
Because you're behind by 11, I might as well go for it. So I need a 5 up. Oh, I roll a 4.
All right, well, we're going to take that KO double. That doesn't count as a double, so it will be the underdog, and we can jump into Kharadron Overlords turn 3. At the start of the turn, I am the underdog, so I get to pick objectives to give out strikes last, and I think I will choose the green ones again. All right, in my hero phase, I'm just going to try and bring back another auto engine, which I will fail.
Also at the start, I have to do my delusion, so I'm going to change to the Gormains, or no, I'm going to change to Usharans, so the -1 to charge, which I do get. I'm going to activate place power to heal the dragon, which I get, so he's going to heal 2, and I'm going to rally him again. So I will get 3 back. And then I'm going to spend a CP to try to cast for the cogs. I'm going to roll a 6, and that's going to fail on a 5.
All right, then into movement.
Okay, I'm gonna just redeploy Usharan just barely outside of that 12 inches so he can have his ward save. And he is going to go 2.
And because you redeploy, I am gonna have to turn the ward off on your 7 Crypt Guard instead of on Usharan. And I will start the shooting with one of my units of Sky Wardens into your zombie dragon.
I will take 4. I will ward 1, so I take 3. So it's got 1 left.
And then the other Sky Wardens will shoot the Crypt Guard who have no ward. That'll be 7 at Rend 1, so 7 damage.
Okay, you kill him.
And then the Code Right will try and shoot your 2 Crypt Guard for 1 damage.
Kills 1.
The Admiral will shoot the Survivor and get 1 through for 2 damage.
Okay, you kill it.
All right, then we'll send the frigate's shots into your dual cane on Terrorgeist. 6 damage.
6s, I take 5 and negate the first one, so I take 4, up to 10.
Then the gun hauler's gonna shoot it as well for 3 damage.
6s, I make 2 of those, so I take 1 more, so back up to the magical number 11.
And then saving the best for last, we'll have the Ironclad. It's going to split its shots, putting the Great Stride Cannon into Usharan and the little shots, the torpedoes, into your Dual Cannon Terrorgeist. I will get an extra attack and a reroll from the Admiral, and it will spend a CP for all out attack. And we'll start with the torpedoes into the Dual King. 2 damage.
6s, I make 1. He takes 1.
And the other shots into Usharan. That'll be 9 damage.
Okay, 5 aboard. We make 2, and I take 7. 10 taken.
And that will be all my shooting, so into charges, I'm just going to try and charge the frigate. That'll be a 6, it gets in. And that'll be it for my charges. We did give strike first to the Sky Wardens with the frigate. Only 1 unit's in combat, but I'm going to activate it and put all the attacks into your Zombie Dragon. For 9 damage.
He's dead.
And that'll be it for my turn. With KO, obviously focused on taking this objective because that will finally score me 10 points on primary, which is big. But we got a little greedy with putting our shots into the heroes, and I didn't take down either Usharan or the Dual Cannon Zombie or on Terrorgeist. It's not the worst though because they're both wounded and limping. But what it does do is means I'm already locked out of my 3rd step on Master the Paths and Intercept and Recover because I didn't get either of those this turn. So it's going to limit my scoring on the back end. Hopefully that's going to be okay. Obviously we've had some crazy output as we've seen.
Yeah, it's been, the amount of shooting is like, it's just been up and down with the Ghoul King. As we've seen, just I'm sitting back and just rallying and healing.
Yeah, and you were forced to redeploy with Usharan, otherwise he would have taken even more damage.
Yes, and you probably can't notice on camera, but this single little annoying, I never remember the name of it.
Auto Engine
is perfectly 4.5 inches on either side, so Usharan actually can't fit through there. So it is single-handedly pinning him, so like I pretty much have to go around or run away,
And part of the reason where I wanted to potentially remove Usharan's ward, it stopped you from being able to countercharge it and take it out on my turn and then get through. So
which I thought about doing, but so I need CP for all this stuff.
The auto engines are probably the most underestimated part of KO. They're just so powerful and control-wise. Because stuff can go down, you can lose boats, especially if you have high rend or mortal wounds. They can be killed, but those little things are great for control and zoning.
Yes, and getting the cogs off was massive too, just barely by 1. So then you were able to not be -1 to hit, which could have negated a bit of damage.
Maybe it would have forced me to put all my attacks into one.
Kill one, it would have been worse, actually, possibly. So
with that though, we will just store those 10 points because we do hold a pair and more than you now. So 10 points on primary, and that'll send us into Flesh Eater Courts, turn 3.
Alrighty, let's go. Alrighty, so start of the turn, we're going to activate the Place of Power with the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist. He is going to heal 2. For Delusion, I will change to the Usharan Delusion for the +1 to run and charge. So yeah, we will keep it on the Usharan Delusion. Alright, so first Usharan is going to go for the cogs. We're going to miscast, perfect time for this. And he's going to take 3 mortal wounds. Okay, we take all 3. This game's awesome. So we are going to actually go for the prayer for the 5-up ward onto the Crypt Guard. We are going to get that with a 6 + 2 is 8 + 9 is 17. So then I will pick himself as well as the Crypt Guard here. So into movement. Okay, I'm going to spend my only CP to bring back 10 Crypt Guard. It is going to do 2 up D6 for 2 mortal wounds to the engine. Okay, that is going to be my movement phase. I'm officially a Skaven player, and I am a coward.
I will spend a command point here to redeploy my frigate for 6.
Oh, it's big.
And then I might as well spend another command point to go for covering fire with the Ironclad. It's got to shoot your larger unit of 20 Crypt Guard, but it might as well.
Yep.
So with the torpedoes, we'll have 1 through for 2 damage, and then the Great Sky Cannon will miss.
Okay, 2 damage. I ward them both.
And I guess the only thing for combat is going to be my auto engine trying to blow up and banish your manifestation. I'll get a lot. I'll get a 16, so it's pretty gone.
We're both dead?
Yep.
All right, so I'm officially a coward. Now, I could have put the Terrorgeist in and possibly did things, but I might as well not, because if I lose a hero, Jordan's going to be able to get his first level of Master. So the plan here is just spread out, get as many objectives as I can, which I was able to. Just so good using a CP, be able to bring back 10 of them back. So I'm actually going to get my second level of Restless because I've taken Jordan's home objective. And that will actually score me more because I was able to have take the green objective. I will not get the full 10 because Jordan has one of the red and one of the green. So I will get 7 for primary, and I will score 5 for the Tactic of Restless. So I'm going to score 12 points here. And yeah, by just running away, and I think this is kind of what Feck does as well, able to spread out and just bring units back and be annoying, and we'll see if I can weather the KO storm here.
Yeah, gonna be a question now of can I kill enough stuff fast enough and take the objectives and all that, those shenanigans.
Yeah.
But the first step is gonna be priority for round 4.
Yes, sir.
That's a 3.
I rolled a 4. Well, I could take the turn and score 10, but I think if I'm able to deny you some points here in turn 4, I could go for the win here. So I'm going to give you the turn and just hold on for dear life. And yeah.
All right, so we'll jump into KO turn 4.
So start of turn, I have my Delusions, so I'm obviously going to go for the Usharon one again, and the -1 to charge one. I roll a 1, so I gotta change it. Damn it, that's the 3rd time this game. I'll just change it to the one where I automatically run 4, because yay. And then I'm also gonna activate the Place of Power with Usharon to heal, which I'm gonna heal back 2 to Usharon and the Terrorgeist. And then we are going to spend a CP to rally Usharon, and we will get 3 back.
All right, into movement.
So I'm a dum-dum and forgot that the Aberrants heal in your hero phase D3. I've been doing so much with the Place of Power and as well as rallying that I just wasn't thinking of that. So we're gonna just play it that my last turn, I'm gonna get 2.
Yeah, you rolled once for each of them.
And got 2 back to each of them.
We had talked about going further back in terms of letting you roll more, but it would have actually changed up allocation and stuff for shooting, which could have actually resulted in one of them dying.
Again, could have made Jordan put more into something and killing it, so
lesser of all evils.
Yes, and apologize again. I know we make mistakes here and there with new armies, but yeah. Okay, cool beans. So I'm gonna redeploy the unit of 10 Crypt Guard for 5.
And now for the KO shooting phase. And we'll start off with the Sky Wardens over here shooting into your Crypt Guard. That'll be 9 at rend 1.
So 6s, you kill 8.
Then we're gonna go with the Ironclad, and we haven't learned our lesson, so we're gonna split its shots, putting the Sky Cannon into your Dual Cannon Terrorgeist and the torpedoes into Usharan. And we'll spend the CP for all-out attack. So we'll start off with the torpedoes. So 6 damage.
6 damage, 5 aboard. I make 1, so you do 5. So he's up to 11 now.
Then into the Dual Cannon Terrorgeist with the Sky Cannon, 9 damage.
Come on, boy, you can do it. 6s, I make 2. So I will take 7 and negate the first one, which means I take 6, and I'm up to 12.
And then the Gun Hauler is going to put its shots into the Dual Cannon Terrorgeist for 3 damage.
Takes 3, he's got 1 left.
And then the Sky Wardens are going to put all the shots into the Dual Cannon Terrorgeist and try and finish the job.
So 5 damage. He nobly saves 2, but takes 3 and dies.
And then we'll have the Frigate behind the tower shooting into Usharan. But it'll fail. And we'll just have the 2 heroes near the Ironclad into the Crypt Guard over here. And the Admiral will use the artifact to turn off their ward first. The Admiral will get 1 through for 2 damage. And Brock will do 6 damage. And that's all the shooting, so we're into charges. I'm gonna go with my Sky Wardens over here. They're gonna make it in with a 4. And then we'll charge the Frigate. It gets a 5. I'll spend a CP here to reroll that into a 7, which is not enough. Then we'll charge the Gun Hauler for a 7. Then the Sky Wardens for a 7.
Having been transported by a sky vessel, the Sky Wardens wouldn't actually be allowed to charge, but Jordan will pay for his mistake in a moment.
And my Grudge Blast auto engine is going to try and explode on your hero for nothing.
All right, so I have some stuff in the combat phase now. Usharan has his ability to make the gun hauler fight last, so he's control 2, so a 3-up. So I'm gonna throw off the board, so yeah, the gun hauler will fight last. And then I have another big 3-up here, so the Crypt Guard are gonna go for the 3-up strike first here. And yeah, let's see if they get that. They do, so they'll be striking first. So I am going to also use my once per game feeding frenzy. I'm gonna remember to, and we're gonna put that onto the Crypt Guard who are striking first. I'm gonna do all out attack, and I'm gonna put everything into the Sky Wardens.
And I'll go for the all-out defense.
So we're gonna be hitting on 3s, crit auto wound, wounding on 4s. So 3s. So that's gonna be 25 at Ren 2.
Yeah, you'll wipe them out.
After the devastating loss, the Kharadron heroes take out 5 Crypt Guard. The Sky Wardens finish off another unit of Crypt Guard, and Usharan deals just 4 damage to the gun hauler.
And at the end of the turn, Brock has his mustache gun, so he's going to do nothing. But I will spend a command point to power through with my Admiral and do 1 mortal wound.
Okay, you'll kill 1 more. Okay, and then my end of turn as well, I am going to finally use the Royal Hunt ability and pile in 2-up D3 and try to kill your Engine Master. So 2-up D3. No, I'm going to roll the 1, so he is going to survive.
All right, that is going to be it for KO turn 4, and obviously, we've seen KO is just nuts with their output and whatnot. But Ridge, with you cowardly running away all game, I'm just super annoyed with myself for the interaction in the corner, not respecting or realizing the potential output of even just 10 Crypt Guard. I could have just stayed back, let you hide, shoot at you from range, pick off your heroes as I did with the Dual King.
Yep, or just killed Usharan because he's a treasure as well, right?
That's what I mean, exactly. So really just misplayed that over there, which is unfortunate because with Fex Recursion, while I was playing from behind, it is going to be a bit hard to catch up and whatnot with the way things are going. But for me, it is going to be 10 points on primary, and I will get the first step of Vast of the Paths, so it'll be a 15-point turn. And Ridge, that'll send us into Fleshy Retorts, turn 4.
All right, so we're gonna start off with Usharan. He's gonna try to hit the place of power again and heal himself. He's not going to. I'm gonna roll a 1, so we're all gonna take damage, which is not good. So I'm gonna go for the Delusion for a +1 to hit on the charge. We will see first what I roll. So 5, so yeah, I'm gonna choose to do +1 to hit on the charge. Then we will go to the hero phase. So, okay, so we're gonna just go for a deranged transformation first from Usharan. That will go off on a 6. Onto the Crypt Guard, so the Crypt Guard will have +1 to wound and +2 move. And then I will try, Usharan will try to bring out the cogs, which I will get. He is then going to just make -1 to hit. The Priest then will pray for a Priesty Priest prayer and get 7 points. Usharan is going to heal 3 from being an aberrant. I'm going to remember that. Alrighty, that will be all for the hero phase, and I will go into movement. So we will first retreat the Crypt Guard, and I will suffer 2 mortals. And then I am going to spend my last CP on a bringing back 5 Crypt Guard. We'll go to charges. I will just try to roll the big 9 over here. We roll a 6, so that's going to fail. We have a charge over here with the Crypt Guard. We roll a 6. Okay, so then now we'll go, Usharan is going to use his strike last on the boat. He rolls a 1 and it does not strike last the boat. And then we are going to go first, obviously, with the Crypt Guard, and they're going to put everything into the code right there.
The Crypt Guard deal 3 damage to the Code Right and suffer none in return. Then Usharan deals just 2 wounds to the gun hauler.
All right, end of the turn. I am going to kill that Code Right because I'm going to roll a 5 here just to do it for the nice juicy 3 mortal wounds. Oh, we do 2 mortal wounds, and I imagine he is alive.
No, he is only 5 health, so you can take him down.
We do kill him, okay. Sounds good. All right, so decent turn. I wasn't able to kill a gun hauler with Usharon's full 2 activations, so that's fine. 2-up saves are great. Pretty much playing for the double here because Jordan has so much on the board still, he's gonna be able to just delete me. So I'm only gonna get the 5 here. There's no way for me to get my 2nd level of scouting just because I don't have enough stuff. And yeah, let's now go into priority.
Yeah, for round 5.
I would love to win this here.
That's a 2.
So we have to take the turn, and we'll see what we can do with a Feck turn 5. I'll just go for the -1 to run and charge Delusion from Usharon. Yes, he is going to try to cast the D3 Mortal Wound spell. Yes, goes off Charnel Feast. So D3 Mortals to the gun hauler, does 3.
You do finish it off.
Now we're cooking. Usharon is going to heal D3 because he's an aberrant for 3. Okay, the priest is going to go for excommunication. So that's going to be on 11, so I'll get the enhanced conversion. So the Ironclad can't benefit from positive modifiers to its save. Usharon is going to churn the cog so that it rerolls charges. So we'll go for a deranged transformation onto the little hero beside him. He gets on a 9, so he's going to have +2 move is the big thing. Sounds good. That is going to be it for my hero phase.
I will spend a command point here to rally my Admiral and heal 3 wounds.
So we'll just jump into movement. And then we're going to spend a CP to bring back 5 Crypt Guard. And that's going to be my movement phase.
I will spend a command point with the Ironclad for covering fire, and I have to shoot into the Crypt Guard here. So the torpedoes will deal 6 damage, and the Great Sky Cannon, nothing.
So I'm going to lose 6 guys. Okay, well, let's make some charges here now then. We'll first go with the 1 off board, because we're just going to bang a big 9 here. No, we will go for the reroll here. I am +1, so we're looking for an 8. That is a 7. Usharon then will go and get a 4. All right, and Usharon does not make anything fight last.
Because the Admiral's got the bold as brass heroic trait, so he's +5. All right, well, we'll try and drop some bombs with the Ironclad and do 2 mortals to Usharon.
Cool. He takes them both. So Usharon is going to pile in and activate first. He's going to put all of his big bonk sticks into the little hero, and then he is going to put 4 of his claws into the little hero and 4 of his claws into the big engine guy.
Brock. And Brock will go for the all-out defense.
Okay.
Usharon takes out the Admiral and deals 2 damage to Brock. Then the remaining units in combat fail to have any impact.
So I'm going to obviously spend my CP now to power through with Usharon. He is going to do 2 mortals. And then the big 3-inch pile here from the Crypt Guard trying to kill Brock. We roll the big 5.
All right, so you will just barely finish him off.
So yeah, somehow we're gonna take this red objective now. I'm gonna hold both of the reds for the primary. So the only thing, because I took the double here, was going for holding more, which is 10, and then just hoping that I can deny Jordan from killing my treasure units. So crazy play, it all worked out. I'm gonna score 10 for my primary, and we're gonna see if Jordan can pull this out of his butt here.
All right, it's gonna be really tough here, but let's jump into a Kharadron Overlords turn 5.
For the Delusion, I am going to obviously go try to keep the -1. Let's just not do a 1 for the 4th time. Come on, baby. Hey, we got the 2. Start of the phase 2, I am going to use the piece of terrain to make the objective that the Crypt Guard are on obscuring, which I do get.
All right, then into movement, and I'm gonna start with having my frigate here pass over your hero. And it's gonna do mortal wounds on 4-ups. That'll be 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. I take 2.
And then the Ironclad is going to retreat over the Crypt Guard and do 6 mortal wounds.
Yeah, they're dead.
And into shooting, the frigate is going to target your priest over here. I'm going to spend the CP for all attack, put all his shots in there.
Yeah.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And then the Sky Wardens will shoot the other Crypt Guard. That'll be 8 going through.
Yep, they're dead.
And then we'll charge with the frigate for an 8. We're gonna try and do some damage to your hero. We'd have 1 wound
Goes through.
for 1 damage.
Peace makes the ward.
And I'll spend my last CP to power through for 3 mortal wounds.
All right. He takes 3 and dies.
And we skimmed through it, but I actually would have to make a charge here with my auto engine as well. A 3 is gonna fail. So here, wrapping things up, this was my only hope to reduce Usharan's OC, because while I hold more objectives, I'm gonna store 7 points on primary. I needed a pair here to be able to store more. So I'm gonna store 7 on primary, but I will get both my tactics for killing a treasure and having more units in neutral territory with the power through, kind of letting me achieve both of those. But because we don't take this objective from Usharan, we don't have a colored pair. And that's going to mean it's just those 17 points, and we'll lose by 2.
Wow, what a crazy game.
Now, this last turn was just like, I was just trying to do too many things at once.
Yeah.
Reduce your number of units in the normal territory, kill one of your treasures, take more objectives. Obviously, the last thing was to do the pair, which I couldn't do here.
Yeah, there was a couple things that I had to actually make on my end as well, by one of them making this obscuring for the Crypt Guard, because you could have just went over and killed them. Shot them and killed them, but because I made it obscuring, that's like such a huge way to negate like KO and shooting and things like that.
But just too many things to do at the same time was really what it came down to. Obviously, looking back, the turn 5 prio probably was what sealed the deal one way or the other here.
Yeah, I was playing for the double and I got it. Like, had I not got that, it's already game over.
The other big moment to look back on is when I failed that counter charge to deny 5 points of primary.
Yeah.
Would have been nice, but so many little moments, like you said, throughout this game that could have swung things one way or the other. The big fumble, we had another, it was another misplay of not getting my tactics because I split my fire, didn't get the, didn't go for the terror dice. Again, if I don't split my fire there, the terror dice goes down.
Yeah.
I then the next turn can put all my shooting into Usharan. Don't have to overextend to try and get both of them in the same go.
Yeah, he's super scary, the terror geist as well. So you want to like kill him, but that's also the reason why you want to get treasures.
And realistically, I was keeping them both wounded, so neither was really a threat. It was a bit greedy on my end, and obviously, I mean, KO are greedy to begin with, so playing accurate to the lore here. But yeah, that's obviously cost us a little bit.
Yeah, it was an absolutely wild game though. Banger.
Yep, but with that, guys, we'll wrap things up. Thanks for sticking with us to the end. Don't forget, if you enjoy our content, you can get an extra battle report every week by supporting us through our channel membership here on YouTube. But no matter what, we appreciate you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in another battle report.
Have a good week, everyone.